And I look at this guy and I say to myself, like, it's actually incredible. He has so much resilience as a player. He's never given up. He's always been so supportive of his teammates. Whenever any other TSL player would be at the studio, he would come with them to support them. And even after TSL broke up and some of the TSL players went to other teams like Quantic Center, he would like come to Center's matches to support him just because they're that close.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a real teammate. Just making bonds with his teammates back at the team house, even after they broke up from their team. Fortunately for him, he's going to be going up against this guy, MarineKing. Pretty decent stats, nothing too big. I mean, he's 3-1 against Zerg, but he's slowly making his return back to StarCraft 2 after a little foray into League of Legends.
Yeah, he's really got quite an impressive stats array, considering that he took such a long break from competitive StarCraft 2. He's beaten Roro, of all players. You know, he's definitely a great player to pick for Maze as well. Remember I said this earlier, I thought this was going to become a Terran map. I don't know why Shine was picked here, and that's like the most interesting thing about all of this. What is Shine going to do on Maze as a Zerg player against these ranged units, against all the rocks and all the choke points? I think it's going to be very, very difficult, and I would almost certainly say that we will see mech out of MarineKing, or at least his biomech style where he has mech with Marines.
Yeah, I think we can definitely expect something like that out of MarineKing. I'm just so curious to see what the Zerg player is going to throw at us. If he's going to just play standard, I don't think that's gonna help his cause at all. I mean, part of our predictions go into, you know, what the races are on the map as well.
Right.
So we saw Zerg on this map and we were like, no. And
yeah,
definitely not against MarineKing.
I mean, MarineKing is on the rise. He has this confidence coming up with him right now. Well, whoever wins this map will be decided right now. We're going into Maze for our third time. Actually, I thought we were about to jump into it. I don't think there were any technical problems. Nothing in the chat would lead me to believe that.
I think MarineKing was having some trouble. I'm not sure with what. But now that we're looking at the sky, it seems we're going to go into events here.
Yeah, remember that the iPark Mall in Yongsan. So if you guys don't know where that is, it's Yongsan Station. It's in the middle of the subway map. You go to the iPark Mall on the first floor. You can reserve a spot somewhere between 3 days ago to the 25th. And if this event is going to be on Sunday, the 3rd of May to the 4th of May. Actually, Saturday to Sunday, excuse me, from 12 to 8. And it's just going to be, it looks like just a bunch of esports festivals type stuff going on. It's probably a lot of League of Legends, Dota 2, and StarCraft 2 stuff going on over there. Probably FIFA as well, I would expect, if you're into that. Yep. All right, it looks like it's finally time. Are you ready, Brendan?
I'm ready, Wolf.
All right, let's go into our Maze map for this Terran versus Zerg, MarineKing versus Shine here at the SPL.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here in the top right in the teal for MVP, the Zerg player, it is Shine.
And cross spawns in purple. The new hairstyle, it's MarineKing.
It's funny, a guy in my school, my Korean school, actually had the same blonde hair that MarineKing sported for about 2 weeks, and then he changed it to the same color of gray.
I think we might have some sort of style shift right now.
It's possible. Maybe some celebrity out here is doing this kind of style shift.
Well, I'm about to do it, so.
Are you? Are you going to come tomorrow with, like, gray hair?
Who knows, man? It could happen. It was once suggested to me, actually, when I went to my haircut place in Hongdae that I should get that color. I was a bit apprehensive and decided not to do it, but before I dyed my hair black, that's what I was recommended to do. Well, again, just saying, like, that Prime's going to do better in round 3, they hope.
Yeah.
2 of them.
They will be cheering for Prime, those two. I wonder if the next time Prime comes out, is it going to be the same 2 girls? Because we have like
nobody would ever write that down and keep track of it and then accuse anybody of foul play. That would never happen. Nobody would ever post, well, I'm not so sure if she really is a fan. She wasn't at the fan signing. I don't know, there were a lot of other girls there. She went to Flash's fan signing. And anyways, yesterday she held up a Jin Air sign, so I'm not really sure where her allegiances actually lie. Well, that guy is going to climb the steps.
Yeah, I don't really get the picture there. I guess just going up in the world, climbing the steps.
Yeah, well, they got to the finals of round 2. No win, but...
that is true.
So, going into this, obviously this map is a maze. It's a labyrinth, if you will. It reminds me of, like, Labyrinth Wall in Yu-Gi-Oh! That card that had, like, no attack points and 3,000 defense points that only required 1 sacrifice to play, and it was a big, annoying wall for everybody.
Is that like Shield Bearer?
Yeah, it's
like you're playing Hearthstone, you're playing against a Zoo Warlock.
It's more like the Mogushin Warden, actually, because it's like a little bit bigger of a card that's annoying. But I remember when I used to watch the anime, right? Because I was in like 4th and 5th grade, something when Yu-Gi-Oh was out, and I remember the episode they played against the 2 brothers, and like it's like so unclear which one of them is telling a lie. But they played the Labyrinth Wall card, and a maze appeared. And I remember when I found that card in a booster pack, I was like, oh, it's the card from the show. And then I used it in all my decks.
Was it actually good, or were you just like a fanboy?
Well, it was actually the fanboyism, like when I first started playing the game and then realized that it was actually not really good to be used in constructed decks most of the time.
So it's different from your results in Hearthstone then, because I swear there's been at least like 4 or 5 cards now where you've been like, no, this card is actually good, and I'm like, yeah, no one uses that. That doesn't make any sense. And then like a month
I don't know.
later,
everyone's using Harrison Jones now.
A month later, people are using Harrison Jones. Like. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what it is with these Hearthstone decks.
That belongs in a museum.
Definitely does.
So, on this map, for those of you guys who didn't tune in yesterday, there are a ton of rocks and also collapsible rock towers, cooling towers, what have you. You kill it, it makes rocks. So these Marines are going to kill it, it's going to make rocks. Rocks are going to be made here. Those Lings are going to watch the rocks get made. And basically you can set up a wall in several different locations. You can wall off your natural. You can create different pathways. So a lot of choke points you can make. So, okay, more rocks made here. Yep, there we go.
Yep, rocks fall down. He's going to do it on the other side.
Yep.
We saw actually Stats do this in the PvP yesterday where they both went Nexus first, and he just used these rocks to defend the Nexus first for a little bit longer. It was very interesting using the map to its little features there. Very smart. Definitely practiced.
Well, so now that these rocks are down, it's double rocks, so 10,000 hit points. I believe the armor value of the rocks actually on this map is just 1, yeah. So it's 1. It's not like the 3 armor rocks that we've seen on some other maps like Crevasse. So he has 5,000 hit points to go through to get one side opened up, which is going to be basically impossible against these ranged Marines. But if he kills one side, then it's still a pretty narrow choke point. So to actually attack into this, he has to probably kill both. But that aside, if MarineKing shuts himself into this main base, then maybe Shine takes a 4th. But he hasn't even gotten a 3rd yet, and he's getting a Roach Warren right now.
Yep.
I feel like he might just try to do a bust here.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I mean, this is a very long map, but sending out a Zerg on this map, just that in itself is a little bit sneaky, like a little bit weird. So I think he's got some kind of timing plan for this map, something that he has, specifically planned for this map to come across the map and just kill MarineKing straight up. Fortunately for him, MarineKing is building a lot of barracks, getting those upgrades, getting stim, and he's going to be very, very ready for this with a huge army of his own.
So he's going to kill his backdoor debris. I think that was like a mistake. Like, what? Why did he do that?
It did extra damage to his rocks.
Yeah, that's all that does. Unless your debris is killed. Okay, so he's doing this with a Nidus. This is smart. And he's spreading his overlords out a little bit. He doesn't have overlord speed. The closest overlord on the map actually to his base is pretty far away. There's one towards the main, but there's already a depot to spot for that. He can use the Lings that he has, though, on the ground to actually make a Nidus. It's just, I don't know, I feel like this type of move is a bit obvious. And MarineKing is going to kill his most reinforced rock, the debris here, the one that has the most hit points. The other 2 rocks, actually, I mistakenly spoke earlier and said they had 5,000 hit points. They don't. In fact, they both only have 1,200 each. So that's going to be pretty quick work for the Roaches to go through. So he's going to kill this one. Now, if the 2 1,200 rocks are killed as well, they're going to create a much wider area to come through than this location. He's going to be out of position here, but if he finds a Nidus, I think he's going to find it. No.
Well, he hears the sound, and he's moving back. He's panicking a bit. Well, he's just going to switch that off and get those medevacs out. Looks like he's not panicking too much. But he's going to see a bunch of these roaches as front door, and he's going to know exactly what's going on. And this is a lot of roaches. 20 roaches right at the front. He's going to start making more marauders. He's got 7 already. Now he's just got to defend this.
He's got +1 right now on his marauders. And, you know, as scan goes down, he assesses exactly how many units here. There's actually a nice in the main base now, too. Now he sees it, but he's going to have to react while he's fighting here. So let's see. I mean, those units can actually just be teleported right into the main base. And here we go. Roach is starting to leak in here. MarineKing in trouble. Needs to turn around. I don't know, man. He's got a lot of bio here still.
Yeah, and he's got medevacs coming out as well. He just stims forward. He's going to fight this straight up, but is it enough? That's the question. He's got queens here for the transfuse, fighting with the SCVs. Is it going to be enough? It looks like it will be. Kills the Nidus. Yep. MarineKing defends this easily.
The crowd gives a half-hearted clap as I feel this strategy just totally flopped. Like, everyone's happy for MarineKing to win because I'd say he's a pretty big fan favorite here, but at the same time, it's the manner in which he's done so. It's kind of like when somebody comes up to tap you on the shoulder to pretend like, you know, like tap you on the left shoulder, then like not be there, and you just like see them coming to tap you. It's like, what are you doing? Like.
It's like you thought that was going to be funny.
It's like, this isn't even funny. Like, how old are you? Like, that's actually how this feels right now. Like,
yeah, this
is like a pretty straight up attack, but going in the main base, all of his roaches weren't quite funneled out, while his Nidus was also spotted at that location. Not sure about it. Maybe getting a Baneling Nest might have been a better choice to help support this and attack at the front. Yeah. But as it is, I don't see any way he recovers. He's 2 base against 2 base. With bio that's better upgraded with medevacs and stim and marauders.
Yeah.
Like,
and
just the fact that he has any marauders in is pretty huge, but he has 10 marauders.
And he's got Widow Mines as well. This is like, we saw the force that Shine has back at home. It's just that group of roaches with 4 more on the way, as well as 8 hydras.
Oh, what's he going to spell?
Oh my god.
Oh, he makes the S.
There it is.
That's the wrong league, MarineKing. That happened in Code S, or that happened in Code A for the Code S qualifier, but GG. I like it. He's making the S. He's sticking with the times. That was a pretty straight-up game if I've ever seen one. Yeah. That was defend and then counterattack. I have more Marauders than you have Roaches. You're dead.
Yep. 2 straight-up games in a row. 1 win going to each team. Definitely the favored player for both teams. I wouldn't even be surprised. I'm not sure exactly what the predictions were for Dream versus who was that in the first game again?
Departure.
Okay, Departure. I'm not sure exactly what the predictions were, but if I had to guess, it was probably 5-0, and we got another 5-0 with this one. So very, very predictable results here so far. 1-1 MVP versus Prime.
I don't blame Shine for doing that build on this map, because it's like, well, what are you going to do as a Zerg player against Terran on this map? But why did you pick a Zerg player on this map?
Yeah, I feel like this is teams just trying to figure out this map as it first comes out. They're like, maybe if we catch them off guard using a Zerg player,
like they'll not know what to do.
They won't know it's coming. It's like, no, it's
not a good idea. This is like something I would have vetoed, but you know, they tried it. It failed horribly. MarineKing gets a win. Prime's on the scoreboard here, so we'll go to at least our 4th match. But I have to say, I would have rather seen Dream on that map.
Would have made more sense, yeah.